Here's a system of equations that we can solve using elimination. Remember that using elimination means that we can get rid of one of the variables, one of the letters. It's going to simplify a system of two equations like we have here with two letters, two variables, x and y, down to something simpler, one equation with one variable. When we do that, the system will become much easier to solve. Remember that one of the ways that we can eliminate a variable is by adding these two equations. What equation will we get if we add these two equations? If we add these two, we're going to add all the like terms here. We're going to add, let's add the constants first. Let's add 44 and 21. That'll add up to 65. Let's also add 6y plus 7y. That'll be 13y. And let's add these two terms. Positive 2x and negative 2x adds to 0. We don't actually need to write the 0. We don't want to write the 0. We just want to cross those off and simplify it. And when we do that, we have a much easier equation. Erase that underneath the plus. We have a much easier equation. How do we solve this easy equation? To solve this, we just need to get the y by itself, and since it's been multiplied by 13, we want to do the inverse of multiplying. We want to divide both sides of this equation by 13. What will we get when we divide both sides by 13? On the left side, these 13s will simplify. And remember, this is really equal to 1. 13 divided by 13 is 1. We just don't want to write the 1. Instead, we just want to write the y. Remember, it is 1y, but we're not going to write the 1. And 65 divided by 13 is equal to 5. So we're not done yet. We found y, but we also have to find x now. Now to do this, we're going to go back to one of our original equations. We've got, let's call it a yellow equation and a green equation. We can work with either one of these equations. If we work with the yellow equation, and that seems to be the easier one, but the green one would work also, we're going to replace the y with 5. What equation will we get if we replace the y with 5? Let's go ahead and do that. We'll rewrite this equation, this first equation, the yellow equation, 2x, and we'll get 6 times y. I'm going to put the y in parentheses, equals 44. And if we replace the y with 5, let me erase it, erase the y and replace it with a 5. The equation we'll get will be much simpler. It'll be 2x, and 6 times 5 is 30, equals 44. Now what can we do to simplify this and get the part of the problem that has x by itself? Well, since they've added 30, we can subtract 30 from both sides. What will we get when we subtract 30 from both sides? Well, on the left side, positive 30 and negative 30 adds up to 0. We don't need to write that. We just cross them off. And we're going to write what we didn't cross off, the 2x, and 44 minus 30 is 14. We just have one more step in this problem to get our answer. And we're going to divide both sides by 2. What will we get when we divide by 2? On the left side, the 2's cancel and we get x by itself. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. Now remember, when we write our solution, we have to put them in the correct order. So will our solution be 5, 7 or 7, 5? Remember, we always want to put the x-coordinate first. So our solution will be 7, the x first, and then the 5. I'm going to write this on top. You don't really need to do that, but the x is 7 and the y is 5.